Hi team, this is our celebrating our monthly vision team call for February 25th, and our vision for the month was adding value. We really wanted to dive deep into that core purpose of our team, and that's to add value. So we chose the books Go Giver and then also at the tail end Eat That Frog, because you have to add value in both places. I think the first book is the book that I really want our team to focus on for the rest of the year, learning those principles of adding value and being intentional in adding value. So my first question to everybody is, how have each of us, how have you added value this month to yourself through personal development, to your family? Have you been able, like in Eat That Frog, it really talks about looking at the quality and the quantity and big chunks of time for allowing big chunks of time, not only for your business, but also to schedule that time for your family. So adding value in that way, as well as obviously our business with our challengers, our current challengers, our potential clients, all our potential challengers, our potential coaches, like the people that you already have sponsored. Are any of those people going to be actually potential coaches for you? And if that's the case, then how are you adding to them? So adding value that way. And I would say in Eat That Frog, this is our last week that we were supposed to be summing up, finishing, getting through Eat That Frog. And when I was looking back at my notes, I would say the ones that have impacted me a lot are key areas like number 11 all the way through number 19. And let me go to that list, because I really looked at my notes and I was like, like upgrade your key skills is 11, and that is focusing on what are your key skills. I mean, we all have deficits. So one of the things that I had written down is building relationships is a big key skill of mine, but there are other things as far as the business end that need to become a key skill. So how can I use something that is already, like the special talents, the number 12, leveraging your special talents. So looking at how, I can build relationships really well. Well, how do I use that then to develop a skill that I need to have, like the closing end of it for a lot of my challengers? Prepare thoroughly before you begin. Chapter 13 was identifying your key constraints, and I thought that was very interesting, because there are a lot of times that we think, if this was different, or if I had more time here, but yet when you look at your productivity, then you can kind of see where, yes, these may be key constraints, but then what can you do to manipulate those to kind of not make them such a constraint that you can't move forward using your special talents. So I really liked number 13. Obviously, 14, putting the pressure on yourself. 15, I went back and I was like, okay, I had some key highlighted areas for maximizing your personal powers. I thought that some of the things that I wrote down, like overworking can actually mean underproducing. Like you only can perform really well 8 maybe 9 hours of work. So the problem is that normally not any of us here can really take a whole 8 hours and just like work our business 8 hours. We're not necessarily driving to this particular business that we own and being able to put ourselves in a position and sit there and work and not get, be completely in charge of your schedule. But I thought that was interesting, because even in the chunks of time that we have, some of us are overworking and underproducing, and I often fall into that category. But I do like the fact that, like, work at your own pace, specific times of the day when if you can, work at the times that you are optimal. And that almost changes constantly when you have a lot of different activities in your life, people depending upon you, when they are at their optimal moment, like with me with the little children, when they are at their when they have their optimal moments, like for teaching moments, then I have to be completely focused on being able to. That's why I'm home. Like, I'm home because I want to be the person who teaches them these things, or sees their first things, or works through a problem with them, problem solving. And so when they're at their best, I want to be available, which oftentimes conflicts when I'm at my best for this particular job, for being a coach. So I'm learning how to balance that, and it is very difficult because I'm having a very hard time letting go, and I don't feel like I should let go of my responsibilities with my children. So again, working at your own pace and understanding that all I can do is all I can do. Getting enough sleep, obviously, that's something that he pinpointed, and everybody knows that people need more sleep. Guarding your physical health, and with me and Crohn's and ulcerative colitis, that's huge. My trigger, one of my biggest triggers with my diseases, those two diseases, is stress. And when I'm stressed, I get inflamed. And when I get inflamed, I have lots of reactions. So really focusing on that. So anyways, I went through all of my notes, and, motivating yourself into action, how to talk to yourself, your inner dialogue. I thought all of that was really great. All the way through chapter 19, I really thought that was amazing, creating the large chunks of time. And so for me, looking at my schedule that I already have, and if you can see in the back, like, I already have it. It's right there. I have it there. I have it again in my bathroom. I have the same schedule in my son's bathroom, in the kitchen. So I have it everywhere that I am, and it's the exact same schedule. It's color coded the exact way, and I try my hardest to get those times that I have set aside for me to actually work. And it's hard. It's just very, very, very difficult. But I know if we're all working towards it, that it will become better. So those are the things that I took away from Eat That Frog. And again, the Go-Giver, I know I spoke about that in my last video, but I just think that is, it brings me back, it slows me down, it makes me check my intentions with every coach, with every challenger, with every just customer. When I'm reaching out to people on my customers list, like, this is my customers list, and I have people highlighted throughout all of these pages of people that I'm trying to get in touch with and trying to be their coach. They've asked for a coach. And some people don't want it, and I have to check my intentions with that and how I react to that. So again, the Go-Giver has been really wonderful for that, and Eat That Frog. The third thing I want to go over is, the fourth thing, because I kind of wrapped that up. One of the things that I did want to say, I had written this down, that when I am checking my intentions and when I'm checking myself, I thought it was interesting that during this past couple of weeks, Matthew 11, and I know some of you are not religious, but Matthew 11, 20 through 30 all talks about slowing down and the unforced rhythms of grace, and watching that in your life. Like, just the rhythm of mercy and the rhythm of compassion and grace, and how to extend that to others. It's very difficult. So it seems like it's very difficult for us to give ourselves grace and to be able to say, okay, this is one of those times you have to pace yourself. This is one of the times that, your intentions are just being held up and put in front of you, and it's going to have to become a true intention, adding value. Okay, so number 4, let's get on to some large group stuff. We have the large group free challenge group, which is the March Madness group. and it's only 21 days for March. It's not a full multiple coach large group free challenge where it's 30 days. There are a couple of reasons why I did it this way. March is spring break here, and it's spring break in other parts of the country too, in case some of us are having challengers that we're inviting to the free challenge that would be on spring break one of these weeks. So having it 21 days gives them like 3 weeks out of March. That we can kind of set a habit, give them their nutrition that they probably, are craving for, some of those meal plans and things like that. And we can even start off with our 7-day clean eating challenge, that first 7 days. We can do that. That's what I was planning on doing for those of you who want to be a part of that. And then again, that's all of the nutrition, and we can highlight the exercise, and we can highlight the personal development in there, and that gives us 3 weeks, 21 days. It also coincides with what we can now offer now, this whole week all the way until the end of February. We can offer the 21-day fix extreme, all those challenge packs, either the extreme ones or the regular original 21-day fix. And again, we have the Kickstart challenge packs with those, plus we have just the regular Shakeology challenge packs. And again, what I'm finding out is not everybody wants to do the challenge pack that's on sale. They already are coming to me now at this point with their own ideas. Like, I want to do Body Beast. And I'm like, wow, okay, they even know Body Beast. But again, it's those infomercials, the ones that Carl Deichler, the ones that he had posted, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that we had the top 4 infomercials on television right now. I mean, it was T25, it was 21-day fix, it was Body Beast, and then there was one other one, probably P90X3. But again, they're all from Beachbody, and they're the top 4. So that's awesome. Okay, and who is able to do this with me? If you're able to do the 21-day March Madness free large group challenge, go ahead and comment below tonight that you are in for that. And this may be a case where we don't have a free challenge, large challenge group this coming month, if all of us have our own free groups and we have our own paid groups. So this might be happening because I know Jeannie has some groups. I know that Helly has a ton of challenge groups that are already starting. So she may be overwhelmed. And Jeannie, you might be overwhelmed because if you already have 2, if you have one that's paid and one that's free, or 2 that are free, then you might not be able to. And Oscar, I'm not too sure if you have a challenge group or not coming up, but maybe at this point you're just like, you know what, I just need a month to be able to maybe promote one of my other groups. And Crystal and Shauna, I don't know, again, if y'all are wanting to be a part of the large free challenge group or not. So again, this might be a month that everybody has other things going on, and this might just be the month, since it is spring break and it would only be a 21-day free challenge. Maybe this is the month that we don't have one. Let me know below. Because for the first time, I have a Payal group that is from my Payal Fit Club. So I'm beginning to feel like Helly, because now it's been since October. So what is that? October, November, December, January, February, 4 months. So it's four full months of adding that value. And I know how Helly feels now when they come to her and they're like, okay, let's do what you're doing. I mean, that's never happened. And I was approached by 5 people out of that group to start. And so we are starting. Like, they all paid. Like, they all have the DVDs now. And this has been our prep week. So we're going to start March 2nd. So that is the first time that my Fit Club has produced customers for me. And out of these 5 ladies, I have my eye on 3 of them to become coaches, because I know one person is looking for an actual job to stay at home. and she already currently stays at home. So she wants to do something. She's asking me a lot of questions. And then her and her friend, who she invited to the Payal Fit Club, and then another lady that from the beginning, I've had my eye on her. So those are 3 people for sure that I feel like are very strong leads to coaching, because I've presented the business opportunity in many different ways to them since October. And it keeps coming up now more regularly. So that's going to be really, really great. Number 6 on the list is I'm still looking for hotels in Nashville. I have my eye on 2 different hotels. One is extremely close. And from what we did last year, that's my gut feeling that I feel like we should go with that hotel. Anybody that is wanting to stay with me, or at the same hotel, not necessarily with me, but at the same hotel, just because we're going to be in walking distance to everything. And it won't be a long walk. So it will allow us the freedom to pick and choose, not have to be tied down, to a van and a van schedule. The other one is a very nice hotel, but it is 30 minutes away, and that's 30 minutes. I mean, I think every place has traffic. So I don't want to have to pack up everything for the whole entire day and go, and have to be there. I don't think that I would enjoy it as much. So again, I'm trying to decide, and I'm looking for that room because those rooms are going fast. So I'm on the phone every day, asking. And again, I know Helly's reached out to me, and if there's anyone else that's planning on going that still wants to either room with me or room at the hotel, I will keep everybody kind of up to date on that. I will also let everyone know, when I purchase my flight. Helly had asked about this, and I will let everybody know when I purchase my flight, what the flight times are, that type of thing, in case we want to travel together. That would be awesome. And if we aren't able to travel together, that's totally fine. But it's just kind of nice to know when everyone else is getting there or when everyone else is leaving. So that's really, really good. Okay, so on to the national wake-up calls, this week and last week. I thought Brittany Legetz was really wonderful about Success Club and how she approaches her new coaches with why it's important to build Success Club and to hit Success Club. I also like the fact that she talked about when she went to Summit, and how she saw all those coaches up on stage, and even all the teams. Not every team is up on stage, but how she could have a vision for her team and what it was going to look like, and envisioning. So I really liked how she kind of talked about that. I also like the fact of what she spoke about, the one-on-one calls with her challengers, with her customers, getting their why. And I like how, again, she explained to her, I have those notes right here. I like how she had explained to her new coaches, and even her coaches that maybe are starting over again, the importance of hitting Success Club, and it builds their belief in themselves first and foremost. And Helly, and Oscar, I'd like for you to maybe talk about that in the comments below. How does it feel when you hit Success Club? How does that feel? How did it feel the first time? Because I remember, and Crystal, obviously, and Shauna, we've all hit Success Club. And I think what's wonderful about that is that when you do hit those marks, you may not feel like that's going to mean a lot to you, but then when you do hit that mark, you're like, wow, okay, that's awesome. I helped 3 people at least, and again, I'll talk a little bit more about how many points we all have at the end of the video. But I liked how she talked about that. It builds the belief in yourself. It's also invaluable in getting your business rolling, because you start getting those customers given to you. And again, as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, okay, there you go. Yeah, this is it's 128. So that is how many that I've been given since, I would say, the end of 2013. So of like around November is probably when I started getting my first customers like given to me. So 128 people so far. So that's nice, and it does build confidence. So it builds confidence in themselves. It builds your commission, so it's going to build your income, which is nice. You feel like, okay, I'm getting rewarded for my work. And I believe the biggest thing is it builds credibility, because it builds credibility in you as being the support, you as being an integral part to someone's success results. And so again, when you are trying to become a go-to person for something, either go-to in the health area or go-to in the fitness area, or being a go-to person for support, like you might not be either one of those other things, but if you are really great at supporting somebody and helping them break down a large goal into smaller goals, tons of people cannot do that. So that is why when we say that we are a part of an integral part of success, it's because we can break down a large goal and smaller goal and a smaller goal. Okay, and this is what we're going to do today. And a lot of times that incorporates nutrition and an exercise, but sometimes you have to even like split those, and you have to say, okay, today's the day that you're going to push play and you're going to actually work out the whole time, and then that's a win. And giving permission to people in their minds to let them know that, oh, okay, that's success. That's success. This is the reason why I'm not going to fail again. So I I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the fact that she had said, celebrate each point, because each point is representative of a life that has, changed or is being helped, is on its way. And again, I like how she ended that with, am I holding myself accountable? And sometimes we can be too hard on ourselves, and sometimes we can be not hard enough. Okay, so I'm looking for my phone. Because my notes from this week's phone call were in here. And what I really liked about the heart, hustle, and muscle that Michelle Myers spoke about is because the heart, obviously, you have to have compassion. You have to truly care. Just like little kids, adults are the same way. I mean, if you're a human, most human has that BS meter, I guess you can say, and they know whether or not you care or not. Like, they know. They can tell through a message. They can tell through an email. I do like the fact that she talked about getting on the phone and hearing that no, hearing when their voice cracks, knowing why they're saying no. But even through the computer screen, even in a video, or even, like I said, in Messenger or Instant Message or a text message or whatever, people can kind of tell. Like, I believe they can tell if you're caring, if you're compassionate. So checking your heart. And then the hustle part of it, doing the hard work. And I think everybody can attest to the hard work are the 3 vital behaviors, and being consistent. Consistent, not necessarily persistent, but consistent. And that's just hard. It's hard because we all have our lives. We all have ideas of how successful we want to be with this business. And we all have a little bit of doubt, kind of, underneath. Even if we have a lot of confidence, we do have a small smidge of doubt, when we don't see anything coming from it, like people being changed or whatever. But again, the following up with not only just clients, but your past challengers, and saying to them, hey, I recognize that you really did enjoy T25. You've had these amazing results. Did you know that Shanti does have Max 30? I don't know exactly what you're doing right now as far as the fitness goes, but I did want you to know that it's on sale this month, or, whenever those things do come up. I thought that was really good. And she tied that in with the Excel spreadsheet that she made where, one category is why. And I love the fact that she can, and I have an Excel spreadsheet as well for my contacts, and I do have a why there. But what I like, and I think one way that I'm going to go back and revamp this maybe, is being able to search. And so it will search all through your contacts and just give you the list of the people that said they didn't have enough time. Love it. People who said that money was an issue. People who said that they weren't fitness ready for this or that. They were holding out for whenever this thing went on sale. So you can make sure those categories that you can search in those Excel spreadsheets fit exactly how you would be able to follow up with them. I really like that from Michelle about that with the hustle part. The muscle, really making sure that we know that we're better together as a team. And I like that. Obviously, I think that everyone in this building coach's portion of our team, I think that we all like that. We're small right now, and I think that we're learning together. And I feel like we do cheer each other on, and we do encourage. So I like that. And anything, like I loved when Helly posted her, I don't know if that was the exact thing that you used to publicize, but I love the fact that she showed us what she used, how she words it. I love the fact that Helly's like, I just tell them this is what you have to do. And I think that's great. And I can tell you that confidence comes from years of already being this person. The health and fitness go-to person in her circle of friends. She has that confidence. She might not have confidence in another area of her life, but she has confidence that this has worked for her. She's seen a transformation in her husband. She obviously is feeling the monetary benefits at this point of being a coach. She's building her team. So now she can even with more confidence tell her challengers, if you want to be in my group, this is what it's going to take. I need 100% commitment. And they know she means it. They know she's not going to pull anything. What I love about my Fit Club that I have, the Payal Fit Club, is that they are finally saying that to me. Like they're asking me, what exactly would you buy? What exactly would you do? And again, though, here it is. I'm like, here's the challenge pack. They've all had Shakeology. They all love it. They love what's in it. Yet, they are still not sure if that's something that they need. So it's very interesting. But I'm happy that I'm on this end of it because they're very excited about being in a challenge group. They're extremely excited about getting to know each other now in a more intimate level. And so I can see how Helly, after all of her years, has built up this type of reputation that, well, if Helly tells you that this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. And she's getting results. So that's what we have to look forward to if we start reaching out and maybe doing some other fit clubs. And so I think Jeannie's now positioning herself to start that as well. And Shauna, I know, has wanted to do one. Crystal has wanted to do one. Oscar, tell you what, if you run a fit club out in Sugar Land, you are going to have a ton of people come to your fit club. Letting you know that. So, and I can definitely train anybody. It is so easy to run a fit club. And we have the technology now where if you don't have a place that has a projector, our team owns a projector. So we have the technology that you need to be able to run fit clubs and stuff like that. Let's see. The last thing from her, well, two things from her that I liked, Michelle. I like the fact that she was like, remember how you felt before you said yes to becoming a coach, like in this culture. What did you actually feel like in your life? And then compare it to, wow, why has it worked for me? I love the fact that she ran down it cuts the competition out of working out. I never, ever even thought that people went to the gym and felt like they were competing with the person next to them. Never. There are tons of people apparently who do feel that way. when they go to the gym that they're competing with all these people around them, and that all these other people know how to do the machines and stuff. But for her, it cut that out. And then it became more about her against herself. And I can tell you that that's always been maybe that's the athletic, athlete. Like, I've always been in competition with me. How far can I push me? So that has made it more for her like this, which I think is great, because that's when you can become personally developed. Then the challenge groups. This has been something that has been said to me now for the first time in the last 2 weeks ever, from any challenger that I've had. And I've now had 4. I've had 4 people tell me this, that them signing up, them coming to my Fit Club has been the first time they've ever stayed committed to anything fitness related. So now they're stepping out again out of their comfort zone, and they're going to get into a challenge group that is daily. So the fact that she said on the wake-up call this week that the significance of following through with the commitment is so huge to some people, that in and of itself is such a huge building block to why they can become really great coaches, or they can just become really great advocates for you, because some people never follow through with a fitness commitment. So the challenge group is like some of the first times they've ever felt successful in a fitness or health arena. So I thought that was really, really good. I really enjoyed that particular points from Michelle. I thought she was really great at that. Let's see, anything else? So our shout outs, again, as of right now, I didn't check right before I got on, but Helly has 12 Success Club points. I'm supposed to have 3. I don't know if that's on there or not, but I'm supposed to have 3. And then, like I said, Jeannie has put herself in a position. She, I believe, got PIO certified this past Sunday. So now we have another PIO certified person. And I don't think Helly did. I think Helly was at the beach, living it up. That's awesome. Celebrating Robert, her husband's birthday, I believe. So I think Jeannie, though, did, which is going to put her in a really great position to have a Fit Club out there, and to be able to have, like, Crystal come in and do Fit Club with her. It's always great to have multiple coaches. Shanta and Demetrius, they do their Fit Club together. I think that's really wonderful. So those are my big shout outs. And Oscar, if you have any, or Shauna, Crystal, if you have more shout outs. I think Crystal has two Success Club points as well. So it's, I believe it's Crystal, I believe Helly, and me. I think we are the 3 that for sure have Success Club points this month. And Crystal finished the refresh. I mean, by this point, she finished the refresh, because I think that she was on the refresh day 2 on Monday, maybe. All right, so that's exciting. That is exciting, and kudos to that. So the new books for next month. The first one, we're going to have 2, but the second one's going to last into April, so don't need to rush that one. But the first one is entitled "It's Not About You," and it's a little story about what matters most in business, and it's again by Bob Berg. And is it David Mann? I think the one that did The Go-Giver. It's really a wonderful story. And it will reflect a little bit, on The Go-Giver. I mean, it kind of shadows it, but it's a completely different story. And it teaches you another set of laws, which is really, really wonderful. Very wonderful. So it's not about you. And then the second book that will start the 3rd week of March is Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. So like the first book, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, you're going to love Failing Forward as well, because next month we should really be trying even more and more and failing more and more and more. So that is our goal. Let's see. You should have your calendar for March by Friday evening. And again, just reflect back in the comments below. I really would like for you to tell me, where did you add value? Even if it's just one place, and maybe if that one place was there's no other, you have to start with you. If you're not adding value to you, you can't add value out to your challengers or potential clients. You're not going to have anything to give away. So where are you adding value? And at this point, we should be reflecting about, where are we on our first quarter goals, all of us. Like, some of you may not have actually turned them into me, but you probably wrote them down, I'm pretty sure. So look at those first quarter goals and say to yourself, where am I? Is there any way by the end of March that I can get there? One of my big things was for me to host my first challenge group for breaking the vicious cycle, my Crohn's and colitis challenge group. And I can tell you, for the first time, I actually have a person from Instagram who has reached out to me from my post to be in my group. First time. So I think that's a good sign. I've had other people as well. So I have more than 5 people, and I was only hoping for 5. So I think that I have close to, I think I have 8. I think there are 8 people that are interested. And again, this is going to be one place that I am completely just adding value. People who have Crohn's and colitis, if they are in an inflamed sort of situation, they cannot have Shakeology because of the way. Now, and because your body can't process the stuff yet. They have to kind of get on a vitamin regimen before they can do anything. So it's only a 21-day. Is that right? Yeah, I think it's a 14 day. I don't remember. It's 21 or 14, but it is not a month long. I'm hoping that they have enough success in 14 days that they will want to continue with me. And if they can continue with me, then I hope to move them into a nice regimen of Shakeology. But it probably won't be for everybody, and they will only be able to do vegan, I would imagine. I just switched mine over to vegan because I kind of want to see if that kind of calms down some of the things that are happening with me. So that's a huge thing for me, very huge. I've been wanting to do this. It takes a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time for me to do this with them, because I know now that these are specific people that I can help. This is a niche that I can be very passionate about. I know for a fact that the book that God led me to, Breaking the Vicious Cycle, that is the reason why I'm not on meds. That is the reason why I don't have any of my colon cut out. That is the reason why I can actually move forward and know with confidence that I'm not going to have my colon cut out. Praise God. But I wasn't there. I was at a desperate point in my life in 2005 and when I was diagnosed. And so that's my big step out, my big adding value. Now, is that going to get me closer to my first quarter goals? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to. What I do know, though, is that it's been on my heart for a long time, and I feel really great. I feel like I'm going to be able to add really unbelievable value. I absolutely believe that I will be able to help people change their lives with this information. So, and it will change their lives. If they will do what the book says, and if they get support from us, it will change their life. So that is me. That's what I'm doing as far as the adding value part. And that's a free group. So that's my big free group for March. That's by myself. And then I have a paid, right now I have a paid couples T25 group that's doing amazing things. I'm going to have a paid PIO group that we're starting on Monday, and they've already received their PIO DVDs. And again, I'm doing my Fit Club, and I'm trying to think of some other ways to get out there, but I feel like I can feel momentum, and I'm becoming more confident. So what are some things, again, that you would like to tell us that you feel super confident and that you are beginning to see, I'm adding value here. I'm adding value. So, and if that is the fact that you've read your personal development books and you've never done that before, that's huge. Do not discount you're adding value to you. It has to start with you. And if you don't feel like you're adding value to yourself and you're only giving away, you're not giving away the best stuff. You have to add value to you to be able to give away to anyone that you want to help, whether it's a family member or whether it's a potential challenger, client, coach. You won't have the best stuff to give away, So anyways, have a wonderful rest of February. Again, we have our challenge packs on sale, so let's make sure that we get out there, get the people that want to have that challenge pack, get that information to them, sponsor them, get underneath them, support them, get them those great results. Yay! I'm very excited. I feel like we've done a good job this month and hope to continue to press forward. And I have one quote. I was going to give you a quote that I thought was just amazing, and I didn't want to forget it. And I might. So it's all about being a coach, and I thought it was so wonderful, and I might have already, but it's talking about a true coach is a person who takes one person of value, a valuable person, from where they are to where they want to be. And that's what a coach does, and that's in that 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. But it is definitely a visual that helps you as a coach. I am merely taking you, person who already has value, and I'm taking you from one destination, carrying you to another one. But we have to get there together. So you are very valuable. Have a good evening. Bye.